Are you trying to decide whether you should rent or buy a home? Well, there might be a third option that gives you the best of both worlds. Victoria from the Osprey Group is back along with Jonathan to discuss this topic. Welcome back, Jonathan. Great to see you again.
Thank you.
So this is like the hot topic right now. I feel like anywhere you go in real estate, you always hear the rent, buy, what are my options, right?
That is right. So research tells us that about 6% of Americans right now do prefer to rent than to buy. Knowing this, we look at how many people are actually renting, and it's more than 30%. So what does that tell us? It tells us that people are getting stuck in a rental. So we look at the profile of the renter. When someone chooses to rent, it's because maybe they're relocating to a new area, not quite sure they want to live there, want to kind of try before they buy, you know, test the market, and or maybe they have a credit issue. Maybe their credit isn't exactly where it needs to be. Not necessarily bad credit, but maybe they just want to get their credit improved so that they can get the better rates. So they'll rent until they can do that. Or maybe it's just a life change. You know, a new marriage, a new divorce. Maybe they've just been recently widowed. We don't know.
Don't want to make that commitment, you know?
Right, and they're a little afraid. So they want to just kind of test it again. So now they move into a rental, and then their circumstances improve, and they're stuck. Maybe they don't want to go through the actual move. Who wants to ever go through a move?
I hope I never have to move again.
It's torture going through a move, right? So, you know, they may not want to do the move. Maybe they just really like their neighbors. They don't want to leave their neighbors.
Or the school district.
That's right. Maybe there's a school change. You know, again, you know, putting children through a transfer of school if there's children involved. So they say, well, we'll just ride it out another few years here and there, and they got stuck. So what we have done at the Osprey Group is we've made it a little bit easier. So what we have done is we've aligned with an investor group who will purchase the home, provided that the tenant and the house qualify, and then they can move into this home and they can purchase it should they choose to, or they can continue to rent, and they don't have to go through all of the reasons that would have them get stuck.
But they're still able to go through picking out the home they want, picking out the area they want. Right, Jonathan? How can people learn more about this?
Well, that was a great explanation. Maybe it raised some questions. I think we all know somebody that wants and needs this program. So we're putting on a seminar, actually. It's going to be next week. The details are on our website, the Osprey Group, grp.com. So we'll slate that in a minute. Keep your eye on that. October 1st, Tuesday, October 1st, after work, right here in the area, Tampa International Plaza. We're nice people. Give us a call and we'll walk you through the details. I think just importantly, if I were watching this, I would want to know a couple of things. There's a few knockout questions that are very important with background check, qualifications, financial qualifications that are very simple. So you can go to the website and get those details, or we can help you with that. Very simply, if I were going to explain this to somebody later today as we're talking, this is the option but not the obligation to buy my dream home in my timeline on my terms, when I'm ready. And in the meantime, enjoy all the benefits and the lifestyle benefits. We talk about this all the time. There's something that happens with home ownership. There's a peace and there's a self-esteem that comes from that. We see it all the time. So again, I would just go to the website or call us and we'll walk you through the details, because it's a very straightforward program, but it might be new to a lot of the people that are watching.
Well, and you even have a fabulous name to it, right, Victoria?
We do. We actually call it the Try Before You Buy program.
I'm like that when it comes to clothes and shoes. The house is your biggest purchase. Why not do that?
You said that, because I said the same thing, right? I want to try it on. I want to see if it fits right. And why wouldn't we be able to do that with a home? I want to try out my home and see if this is a good fit.
I like it. I like it. Thank you both so much for joining us today. And I know, Jonathan, you were teasing, you were talking about the information. There's that website that he alluded to. And of course, talking about that big event they've got coming up. But if you have any real estate questions, feel free to get in touch with them today, too.